Hey, slow down. You are gobbling up that biryani like there is no tomorrow.
Huh? Why should I eat slowly? I had eaten already.
You fool. If you eat slowly, we get to stay in the AC a little longer.
But I have already finished my plate.
I knew you would do that. That's why I'm taking my time. I still have biryani left. I'll eat slowly and then we'll pay the bill together. Both of them laughed. Meanwhile, Seth Kali Prasad, who was sitting at the counter counting money, had been watching them for quite a while. He gets up and walks towards them. I have been watching you two for ages. Your food never seems to finish. You are eating one grain at a time and thinking nobody is noticing. My eyes are better than CCTV cameras. Got it? And you, finish those two last bites, pay the bill and get out. Did you both understand or not? Come on, Sethi. My mouth isn't a cave that I can stuff everything into at once. Let me eat peacefully and send some raita too. Oh wow! Look at this guy. Half a plate is still left and now he wants raita too. Finish your food and leave or I'll bring out my stick.
We were just joking, Sethi. We are leaving after we finish eating.
After paying the bill, Sonu and Champu leave. Seth returns to counting his money.
Did you all see that? This is our Seth Kali Prasad. In his dhaba, even if a fly sits in the AC for 2 minutes, he won't let it leave without paying a bill. He is very shrewd.
Just then, Seth Kali Prasad shouts from behind. Munshi, where have you disappeared? I told you to mop the floor. The helper didn't show up today. So you'll have to do it. You have enjoyed enough free food already.
Coming, boss. See what I have to deal with. That's our Seth Kali Prasad. Anyway, stay with the story because this is Animated Stories, the home of the best stories. There is no doubt about it.
Where were you all morning? I told you to mop the floor. Customers will start coming soon. And who knows where that helper disappeared today. I will see him.
Oh, come on, Sethi. Why worry so much about cleaning? People come here for the cool AC, not the food. Besides, an astrologer told me not to do any mopping for a year. My stars are not favorable right now.
I know all your excuses. Stop wasting time and start mopping, or I'll make your stars unfavorable myself. Understood?
All right, I got it. But your supply hasn't arrived yet. How will we make biryani for lunch?
I bought some old stock at half price. The truck driver should be here any minute. Get the goods unloaded and settle the accounts. Meanwhile, I'm going to collect some money that Mangru owes me. After saying that, Seth leaves. In Shamalpur village, Seth Kali Prasad had opened an air-conditioned roadside dhaba. People come there less for the food and more for the cool air. Even though the food tasted terrible, the dhaba was always crowded. But lately, because of frequent power cuts in the village, fewer customers had been coming. It was a beautiful morning in Shamalpur. Laborers were heading to work. Children were walking to school. And women were drawing water from wells. But at Seth Kali Prasad's dhaba, the usual arguments were going on. Useless fellow. I have been telling you for days to fix this fan.
Boss, look how weak I have become. What if I climb up there and get an electric shock? I am not an engineer. Besides, we already have an AC. Why do we even need a fan?
Stop making excuses. Climb up and fix it. The AC can't run 24 hours a day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But what if I fall? Then I'll be half alive and half dead. Alive for a while, dead for a while.
After another scolding from Seth, Munshi reluctantly places a table under the fan and climbs up to fix it. But the moment he touches the fan, a powerful electric shock hits him.
Oh no! Mom! Save me! My back is broken! Somebody help me!
Oh, wonderful. You are useless for every job. Just lie there. At least people can wipe their feet on you when they walk in.
Nearby, a young man was sitting at a table eating biryani. After hearing the conversation between Seth Kali Prasad and Munshi, he walked up to Seth. Seji, if you want, I can fix that fan for you.
Why? Are you an engineer or something? Bring him a screwdriver. Looks like a big engineer has arrived at our dhaba today.
I'm not a great engineer, Seji, but I can definitely fix your fan. Kushal climbed onto the table, checked the fan, and fixed it within minutes. Seth Kali Prasad was impressed.
Wow, son, you really are an engineer. You fixed the fan so quickly. Tell me, what reward should I give you? By the way, what did you order? Hey, what did he order?
Boss, one plate of biryani, 100 rupees.
Is that so? Well then, since you helped me, you only need to pay 95 rupees.
Seji, I'm actually looking for work. Is there any job available here?
You studied engineering, so you should do engineering work. Besides, I am already struggling to pay my workers. How can I hire a personal engineer? By the way, what's your name?
My name is Kushal Seji. I had gone to the city to study engineering. But then I got the news that my father had passed away. I had to leave my studies and return home. I'll do any kind of work. Please give me a job. Please, Seji, I request you.
Think carefully. You'll have to sweep floor, mop, serve food and do all kind of work. Can you handle that?
Yes, Seji, I'll do whatever work is needed. Seth Kali Prasad hired Kushal and he started working sincerely. Within a few weeks, he became everyone's favorite employee. Kushal lived in an old house with his widowed sick mother and his 8-year-old sister, Guria. Every day, poverty stood at their door asking difficult questions.
Son, did you bring my medicines?
Sorry, mom. Seji didn't pay me today either. But don't worry, I'll definitely bring your medicines tomorrow.
Brother, please bring my school uniform tomorrow too. My teacher said that anyone without a uniform by next Monday won't be allowed into school.
Don't worry, little one. I'll surely bring your uniform tomorrow. For 2 months, Seth Kali Prasad had not paid Kushal a single rupee. Every day, he made the same excuse. I don't have money right now. Come later. While washing dishes in the kitchen, Kushal often watched the cook preparing food. Seth made him work from morning till night, but never paid him. Finally, one day, Kushal had enough and went to confront Seth. Sethi, I have been working here for 3 months and you still haven't paid me a single rupee. I want my money today.
You are here again? I already told you, I don't have money right now. Ask later. Now go and wipe the tables.
No, Sethi, I want my money today. I'm in need. Seth Kali Prasad started shouting at him and insulting him. Then he threw a 500 rupee note in front of Kushal and fired him.
Take this money and get out of my dhaba. And don't ever show me your face again.
A few months later, a new air-conditioned dhaba opened in Shamalpur. Its name was Kushal AC Dhaba. Villagers and college students started visiting it regularly for delicious food and cool air. Wow, it's so cool in here. From now on, let's come here after college every day.
You are right. The food tastes amazing too. At least it's much better than Seth Kali Prasad's dhaba.
Exactly. That's why this fat guy just finished 3 plates of fried rice.
Oh, stop it. Why do you always make fun of him? But honestly, there's one thing I don't understand. Where does all this cool air come from?
True, the village doesn't even have electricity all the time. It must be coming from that mud door over there. But who cares? Just order me another plate of biryani, yeah. Hearing Golu's food obsession, all 3 friends burst out laughing. Meanwhile, Seth Kali Prasad's business was going downhill. Power cuts had become a major problem in the village. He was jealous of Kushal's success. But more than that, he wanted to know the secret behind the cool air in Kushal's dhaba. One night, he called Munshi and gave him an order.
It's late. There won't be anyone at the dhaba. Go and find out how Kushal's dhaba stays cool 24 hours a day without electricity.
No, I'm not going. What if someone catches me and beats me up?
Are you going or should I throw you out of the dhaba? What a greedy man. He keeps stuffing himself with food and always finds new ways to get me into trouble. What did you say?
Nothing. I'm going, Sethji. Have a little patience.
Saying that, Munshi reluctantly left. Around midnight, Munshi climbed onto the wall of Kushal's dhaba and tried to peek inside. Suddenly, his foot slipped and he fell badly, breaking his leg.
Oh God, I am finished.
He spent the entire night lying in the field behind the dhaba, groaning in pain. The next morning, he limped back to Seth Kali Prasad's dhaba.
Sethji, my leg is broken.
That's fine, but did you find out the secret I sent you to discover? Tell me, you fool!
I climbed the wall, slipped and fell flat on the ground. I didn't find out anything. All I got was a broken leg.
Seth tried everything he could, but he still couldn't figure out how Kushal's dhaba stayed cool 24 hours a day. Everyone wanted to know the secret, but nobody could uncover it. By now, Suhani and her friends had become regular customers to Kushal's dhaba. Every day, the same question came to Suhani's mind.
Where does all this cool air come from? And how does it stay cool all the time?
One day, she finally decided to ask Kushal directly.
Kushal Bhaiya, I have been coming here for a week now. Most of the time there's no electricity in the village. Yet your dhaba is always cool and the cool air seems to come from behind that mud wall, right?
Yes, that's right. The cool air comes from there only.
Bhaiya, if you don't mind, I would really like to know how it works. Where did you get the idea? Can you please tell me? I am really very curious.
Okay, let me tell you from the beginning. About 10 years ago, my father designed a terracotta AC, also called a mud AC. Sadly, he passed away while working on it. Later, I completed his unfinished design. The structure behind that wall is based on his invention.
Terracotta air conditioner? What's that?
It's a cooling system that keeps a room cool 24 hours a day without electricity or a conventional air conditioner.
That's amazing. How did you build it?
First, I made several cylindrical tubes from clay. Then I joined many clay cones together in a honeycomb-like pattern to create a large wall structure. At the top of this structure, I installed small perforated pipes that continuously drip water. This keeps all the clay cones wet. When hot air passes through these wet clay cones, the water begins to evaporate. During this process, the temperature of the air drops significantly. As a result, cool and natural air comes out from the other side and enters the room.
Wow, Kushal Bhaiya, I have to admit, your idea is brilliant. But does it harm the environment in any way? Or it is environment friendly?
Not at all. It's completely eco-friendly. It cools the air naturally without using harmful gases or consuming large amount of electricity. I have also painted the roof white to reflect heat, and the room has plenty of ventilation windows.
That's incredible. You have created something truly special. I am going to present a mud AC design in my college project competition this year.
That's great. And if you need any help, just let me know. Happy with the answers, Suhani returned home. A few months later, Seth Kali Prasad came to Kushal's dhaba to apologize for his mistakes. Kushal, please forgive me. I treated you very badly. It's alright, Sethji. I forgot about those things long ago. Besides, that was your time. Now it's mine. Everyone has to face the consequences of their actions, son. My dhaba had shut down. If you would like, you can sit at the cash counter of my dhaba. To be honest, I can't manage everything by myself anymore. Hearing these words, Seth Kali Prasad's eyes filled with tears. He kept apologizing to Kushal, and with every tear, it felt as though his past mistakes were being washed away. Once again, life returned to normal in Shamalpur village. Kushal and Seth Kali Prasad ran it together happily ever after.